everybody. I'm Gail.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're coming to you from Laconia Public Library. And today's craft, which has turned out to be very popular, a lot of kits went out, is going to be about dragon eggs. We found a dragon egg in the park. And I'll just pull it out here. It's a little... And it's beautiful. And we don't know what's going to hatch from it. We know it's a dragon. But we don't know when it's going to hatch or whether it'll hatch while we're still at work or while we're at home. But we're going to make some dragon eggs today, and I know a lot of kids are going to make dragon eggs with us. So before we get started, I'm just going to do one quick blurb. Tomorrow is Peter Bois' Magic for Non-Believers, and if you want to get in on that, you can call us up or come in and get a passcode invitation to watch it. It's at 1 o'clock tomorrow. We would love to have everybody watch it. That's a library card person. Or if you come to the library, you don't even have to have a library card, but if you come to the library here, you can have a passcode. Just don't share it on Facebook or anything else because it's for our friends here.
And you don't need any special Zoom or anything like that. It's just on the internet, so it's just a website that you go to,
yeah.
So it's super easy.
And if you do want to participate in it, we can have a couple more people that are going to call in. You do need a Skype account, and it has to have at least a child participating and an adult. It doesn't have to have an adult, but it has to have a child that can follow directions, and you have to have a deck of cards. But give us a call today, and we'll walk you through it. So let's get started, Jamie.
Right? Can't
Okay.
wait.
So I have some books to share with you, and they all have to do with, surprisingly, dragons. And they're all different levels of books. This first one is called Dragons, and it's a step into reading book, and it's good for about 3rd or 4th grade, and it has pictures, and guess what it's about? Fire-breathing dragons. Ours, I'm hoping, won't breathe too much fire at the library. There's a whole series and some movies as well to go with how to train your dragon. This particular one is How to Speak Dragonese, and this is a good book for 3rd to 6th graders. Perfect. And there are several more in that series. Now, you're not going to believe the title of this book, but this is a great story. It was a great stone-faced candidate, and it's called Dragon's Egg. And this girl is a dragon keeper. In her time, dragons are small farm animals. Everybody knows they're not dangerous. But one day, a dragon hunter comes, and he's coming to her village because something has led him there. There's going to be an old-fashioned, big, horrible dragon, and he's there to capture it, or maybe even slay it. But she raises dragons, and she wants to be part of this. So she goes out on a quest, and whether she finds the dragon egg or not, and saves it or not, is up to you to read. All these books are available at the library. This next book is Magic, Myth, and Mystery, Dragons. That's the kind of dragon most people think
It's a
about.
great picture.
It's a great picture of a dragon. And it has information about dragons and quests, beware of the beasts, all kinds of interesting stuff. This is a non-fiction book, so we know it's true.
That's right.
The next book is Dinosaurs, Dragons, and Other Prehistoric Creatures, and it's a drawing book. And it's pretty easy to follow along with the kinds of drawings that are in here, and you can make these at your house. Please don't draw in the library book, but get some paper and draw. This one is a great story. Do not bring your dragon to the library. This is the one with Puff the Magic Dragon song, right?
Yes.
So if you know the song about Puff the Magic Dragon, this is the Honolulu library that the dragon shows up in. Great picture book. And the last one is, have you seen my dragon? You know that steam, if you've ever been in a big city like New York or Boston, there's steam coming out of the manhole covers. And I know why now. Take a look at the picture. Maybe you'll figure it out. Have you seen my dragon? Those are all great stories from the library.
Awesome. All right. Are you guys ready to make some dragon eggs? So we have several supplies you need to have, but I think most of you probably already have them because we sent them home in bags for you. So first, we need clay. That's really important to make our dragon egg with. But if you don't have clay, we also found out that you can use Play-Doh. So that's another thing. If you didn't get to the library in time and you have Play-Doh at your house, you could use that instead. We also have paintbrushes, and we can use these paintbrushes for painting the color on the eggs and for making designs on our eggs. We also have paints, all different kinds of colors. We have toothpicks, which you can use if you want to draw on your eggs with that instead, but you don't have to. And then we have beads. You should each have a bag of beads, or if you didn't come to the library, you could probably find fun, sparkly things that you already have in your house.
Or if you need fairy wands, you might have some left over from that.
Yep. Or you could even use some of the ribbon or yarn or whatever you want to stick into your egg. We also have something to clean our hands with because
And maybe the table.
this is going to be a messy craft. I think. Oh, we also have plates here to put our eggs on
And newspaper.
paint them. Yes.
Because Jamie's good about not messing up the table.
And yeah, I think this is going to be kind of a messy craft. So,
Especially for our fingers.
yes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So we're going to make our dragon eggs. Make sure you can see.
So we have to work this clay. Play-Doh was easier to work with, but it's not as good clay. And some friends of ours that took a kit home and did it over the weekend said that they made their dragon's eggs on Friday, and as of yesterday morning, they were still not dry. It's a big hunk of clay, and it does take probably a week to completely dry, but this is drying clay, so if you leave it out of the bag, or the saran wrap that you got it in, it will dry.
The other thing is you don't have to have a perfect egg shape because I don't know about you, but most of the dragon eggs I've seen are
lumpy.
kind of, yeah.
Lumpy bumpy. Kind of like dinosaur eggs.
Yes. Yep.
Lumpy and bumpy. And so
So there we go.
hers is more
Looks like a
egg shape. Mine's more plop shape. And I'm going to plop it on here so it stands. Maybe I'll adjust it a little bit.
perfect.
There we go.
It might stick to your plate a little bit too as you put paint on it because
And your hands.
that's just how it works, but that's okay. All right, so we are gonna, oh, I'm gonna draw on my egg first so I can do little designs.
I'm going to use my finger.
And I'm gonna use, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm just gonna do little swoops to kind of make it look like scales.
Look, fingers work really well too.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I'm just using my finger. I have a little bit of a nail. Not a lot. Maybe you can see this, how it's coming out. Just going to go all the way around. Other times I've used things like funny scissors, or you can actually use anything to make imprints around your egg if you want to. Or you don't have to have any. You can just let it be smooth.
That might be easier to paint if it's smooth.
Oh, but it's not as fun.
No, that's for sure.
Okay, so I have lumpy bumpies all over mine from my fingernail. Hope you can see those. That's cool.
And I have lumpy stuff too from my paintbrush.
Oh, that looks great. That's like a pattern.
Sort of.
That's very nice.
It's definitely imperfect, which is just how I think a dragon's egg would look. So,
And
we are going to get some paint going.
so are you going to paint first, or are you going to stick your jewels in first?
That's a good question.
I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it.
If I paint first, my fingers are going to get painty, which is fine because we have whites. I think I'm going to paint first because then it will be full of color, whereas if I put my beads on there first, there'd be
You have to
not color everywhere.
and you have to paint around them.
Right. Right, so we're going to do paint and just get messy.
So our paints are the same kind as yours, but we gave away all the kits, so we had to improvise and get different kinds.
Good thing we have lots of paint colors here at the library from lots of different craft projects that we've done.
Oh, and just a quick thing. Next week is crowns, and if you would like to get a kit for crowns, please let us know. We have crowns and jewels.
So we've put our paint on our plates. You don't
And
need to
may I
do
have
that?
one, the
Oh.
small paintbrush, please?
You don't
Thank you.
need to put your paint on a plate because you have cute little containers that the paint is already in, so that's nice. And then we're just gonna paint. I don't know if you can see our eggs right now, but maybe I'll hold mine as I paint it.
Oh, aren't you?
Well,
I'm not gonna hold mine right now.
I'm gonna get very messy.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
okay.
get messy too. I'm a pink chick. I like pink paint, pink rugs, pink clothes. I'm wearing pink. I like pink everything. I used to wear pink lipstick, but I look ridiculous in lipstick.
And I like blues and greens.
Not on your
Everything
lips,
like-
though, right?
No,
That's good.
no, just.
Because I think that would look funny.
It would look good on some people, but
Yeah, you don't look like a blue lipstick.
can't really pull that off.
If I could, I would have pink eyeshadow too. I really like pink. It's my favorite color, in case you didn't notice that. 'Cause I try to wear pink as often as I can.
And in the winter, Gail has some awesome pink boots. Wait, do you still have those?
Oh yeah, I've had them for 15 years. My old boots with holes in them. I wear them anyway.
It's alright.
Okay, so I'm done pink. Oh, no, what I forgot?
What's that?
The water. To rinse off our sponge, our things.
Oh well.
Oh well. Plan B.
I'm
Here
just
we go.
gonna use
I thought
mine
about it
for the
earlier.
Same thing. We're just gonna paint with the next color right over it.
Yeah.
That's
It's kind of
fine.
fun to do.
Alright.
It's really pretty.
Here's where my fingers start to get painty.
Would you like a white to white them with occasionally?
Maybe that's a good idea.
Maybe if I could get them open, I'd even give you one.
Do you want me to help with that?
No, I'm having fun. Oh, here we go. Here are several white things.
Perfect. Thank you.
There you go.
There we go. That was easy. Good as new.
Yeah.
Alright.
Probably could use it on the paintbrushes too. Okay, what am I doing? I'm doing purple. That's what I'm doing. Light purple.
I'm just doing a green on top of my blue.
Oh, it looks very earth-like.
See that in the
Oh, well, after you can put it up in front of the camera.
definitely. Got some blue there.
This kind of looks like the earth. It's very earthy looking. These are great. I always like doing arts and crafts.
I hope you'll send us some pictures of your dragon's eggs when you're done making them so we can see what colors you used and
What jewels you put in.
it'll be so much fun to see.
And if it's okay, let us know and we'll post it on our Facebook page. Because everybody likes to see what everybody else has been doing. We did get some really cool pictures of people's plantings. Oh my goodness, one of our friends has plants this tall, actually taller than one of their kids.
And they came right out of the seed packets that they got here at the library and they did the seed planting.
For
Program.
Mother's Day?
Yeah, so
Mother's
that was just in mid-May.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long ago and those flowers are gigantic.
Yeah, the youngest child in that family is in the picture, and he's about this tall, and the flowers are about this tall. They are just beautiful. I got rocks. My plants just didn't do too much. They got to be about this tall, and then it was not fun. I always like to grow things. Jamie grows amazing things. She has over 100 plants at her house.
But you know what? I can't grow anything outside. I can only grow
Really?
inside plants. Yeah. I have about 150.
150 now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jamie.
Yeah. I've accumulated a few plants recently.
One or two. Oh, that's lovely.
Here's mine. As you can see. So I'm ready to add some fun embellishments. You know what embellishments means? Means fun,
Pretties.
sparkly additions to your project. So
Do you want me to put them on a plate?
Oh.
Extras or just
we can just grab, I think. Oh, got a plate here for our jewels,
our embellishments?
for embellishments. I love that word.
It is a good word.
So we made one bag for Gail and I to share because we're really good at sharing and we like sharing. That way we have lots of choices. So if you got multiple bags because you have more than one kid in your family, then you can share your jewels and put whatever you want on there.
Cool.
Alright.
Oh my goodness, look at this thing.
Oh, that's fun.
That's cool.
So what I'm gonna do is just start poking, and I'm gonna have to get my fingers very painty for this, but I'm gonna start poking jewels into my egg, just like that, wherever I feel like it.
Me too.
And I'm gonna find some sparkly ones, because I feel like the sparklier the better.
Mine are going in, it looks like a hat or hair and eyes. I like doing these kind of projects.
This is so fun.
It really is. It's a little bit messy, but that's okay.
If you ever thought about being a librarian someday, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's the best job ever.
It really is. Because you get to play. Well, let's be specific. If you work in the children's
That's
room,
true.
you get to play. And it's so much fun to work with kids and with families. It's just a great job.
You get to read all the most fun books.
Over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I think my rock looks more like an alien.
Imagine what kind of dragon laid that egg, though.
A bumpy one that likes to wear jewelry.
There you go, just like Gail.
Yeah.
Likes to wear jewelry too.
Yeah, except for I had to take my rings off to do this project because I was really afraid that they were kind of going to get yucky.
Guess I should have done that too. Oops.
Well, one of my rings I can't get off very often. So. And this just takes a few minutes. It probably will take like a week to dry completely because it is a pretty big hunk of clay.
So I thought I'd pick mine up to show you in case you can't see that far down, but this is what mine is looking like so far.
Oh, that's
Different
beautiful.
jewels stuck in it.
That is absolutely beautiful. We have some shells here. I really kind of want to use the shells, but I don't know how to put those on a dragon's egg. So maybe I'll just skip it. Things are actually sticking to my fingers.
My fingers are incredibly painty right now. Painty, I don't think that's a word, but
It might be.
it's time to clean them just a little bit before.
Have a chunk of
Thank
whites.
you. I'm definitely gonna need a chunk. Are you guys getting really messy while you do this project? Or are we the only ones making a mess on our hands?
Oh, we can't be the only ones being messy. Throw some room. Those
I
different
didn't
ones.
realize there were more. That's exciting.
These things tend to bounce around. Remember, if there's small children making this, to supervise them very carefully because we don't want anybody putting any of these up their nose. My mother once put a pencil up her nose when she was 5 years old, and the eraser came off. So not a good plan. Not a good plan at all to do.
Yeah.
Should really keep small beads in your fingers.
Things
Or
don't belong in your nose, that's for sure.
just a tissue.
Just tissue.
The things you learn from librarians when you work with them.
We
You
have
think
lots of knowledge.
Yes, and you think we're those quiet people that go shush all the time? Not us.
I think librarians are louder than anybody else who comes and visits the library.
I think so too. But we have so much to say. And we like to chat.
We do.
Don't
We
you like
love
to chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts about my job that I get to chat with people.
Me too.
Because people are so interesting. Everybody's different.
Sure is. I'm running out of places to put some of these
So
jewels.
fun. I love
I
those pink and purple colors.
Thank you. The thing I think I like best is the thing on the top that looks like some hair.
It almost makes it look like a cupcake.
I'm not eating this.
No, don't eat your dragon egg.
No. No.
I'm running
But
out
you
of
could
space.
make a white cupcake and put food coloring on it and make a macaroni thing on the top.
That would be fun.
Yeah, you could even dye the macaroni before.
Ooh. Yeah, they would be very yummy. Oh, I just found a little heart, so I'm going to add that to my egg.
Oh,
somewhere.
nice.
I'm kind of running out of space here.
Where its heart goes.
Right there in the middle.
Oh, that's lovely.
I think I'm all done.
I'm all done too.
This
And
was
then-
so much fun.
Yeah, it's a little bit messy, but it's not too bad.
Oh, this kind of paint is awesome because it cleans off really quickly. This is called acrylic paint.
And that's what a lot of you have in your kits as
Yes.
well.
It cleans off really nicely.
And if you don't, you probably have some sort of tempera. It's tempera.
Oh, I think that
You want
cleans
another
up
one?
pretty well too. Oh no, I have a whole pile of right
All right. So now we can take our dragon eggs. Let's see, I don't know if this will work, Jamie. But we have this little bit of a habitat right here that we kind of brought in from where the dragon egg was found outside.
This is called moss. Usually you can find it around a tree. So if you have a tree in your yard, you can go out looking for dragon eggs, but while you're looking, maybe grab some moss.
It's dirt on the bottom. I can turn it around. Was this the moss from outside?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Near a big tree that we have in the garden in at our library.
And moss is usually wet. This
It was
habitat.
wet when I got it.
Yeah, this is like a week and a half, 2 weeks old.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it hasn't dried out. When Native Americans were on this land, they often would use moss like this in their swaddling for their babies because it absorbed all the wet, and then they just threw it out and got some more moss.
Like the first diapers.
The first diapers, yeah, it was pretty cool. So I'm going to put this down if you want to put your guy on there.
Let's move these out of the way here.
And we're going to get dirty all over
We
again.
are, I know, good thing we have lots of wipes.
I don't even know how to pick mine up because it's kind of slimy. Whoop. Sorry,
Got room there?
they're going to touch.
There we go.
You ready?
And there are our dragon eggs. I can't wait to see what hatches out of them.
I'm a little trepidatious about that, but Jamie's really excited. You'll have to stop in and see what happens. We look forward to seeing you. Don't forget to give us a call or come in and pick up some passes for invitations for Peter Bois tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It's going to be an amazing show. And if you have a slightly older child, not like 3, they could be invited to participate. You just need a deck of cards, but we need to know as soon as possible so we can put you in touch with Peter so he can tell you what you'll have to do.
Also, don't forget that you can call us or send us an email and let us know how many books you've read every week, and we will give you a free book every single week.
We'll put it outside for you, or you can come in and pick it up.
Yeah.
And we still have Hear Me Read for 2 more weeks.
I don't know. Oh my
I think
goodness.
so.
Yeah.
That's so fast. Summer reading is 5 weeks this year.
Yeah.
So you could sign up for Hear Me Read. It's Mondays from 9:30 to 11. You read for about 10 or 15 minutes. We've been lucky enough, knock on wood, that we've been able to go out in the park and do it. It's been great. And our friends have met us out in the park, and we've kept socially distanced 6 feet apart, and everybody's wearing masks, and we're doing it the healthy way. And we've got to see some of our friends, and they've been reading to us. It's great.
We love it.
Yeah, we do. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And Thursday is story time. So we have Hear Me Read. We had today. We have tomorrow is Peter Bois, and Thursday is story time.
We have a busy week this week.
We have a busy
Oh
week.
my
And
goodness.
Friday, remember, we're closed, but we're open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And Jamie and I are not working this week, but we're working the following week.
So come visit us next Saturday.
That
If
would
your
be so
parents
nice.
are off and don't have to work, come visit us on Saturday.
And call up if you want a kit for the crowns. And the last one, which we have a limited amount of figures, is painted magical creatures. And if you got a paint kit, hang on to it so that you can use it for your next project. And if you do want one, make sure to give us a call, because we do have a limited amount of, it's hard to get those magical creatures.
Yeah,
They're
hard to
really-
find.
And hard to find a paint for it.
Yeah.
So have a great week. We look forward to hearing from you and seeing you. Please pick up invitations for Peter Bois.
Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome show. He is a super, super awesome magician.
He's
You will
really
love
cool.
him.
We've had him here
Yeah.
once or twice before,
Yeah.
but this time is a virtual show. So have a great week, and we'll see you again soon.
Hopefully see you tomorrow for Peter Bois.
That would be great. Bye.
Bye.